What's up, everybody? It is the Best Spot Kid Smooth, and I am going to try my best to explain this. Shout out to Jay Barter for trolling me on Friday about these NPD cells or anything like that. I don't know. For some reason, I don't understand why every time PlayStation wins an NPD, Xbox fans or Xbox gamer has to answer for it. I don't understand why every time a PlayStation game sells 1 million or a PlayStation game is rated like 89 or 90, Xbox gamers have to answer for it. It's like, you know, call all Xbox fans or Xbox fanboys to the stand every time something positive happens for PlayStation or something not so great happens for Xbox. It's like we have to answer for it. It's like as if we have the answers. Okay, so everybody's busting their dicks off to the leaked NPD numbers over the last 6 months between the Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and Nintendo Switch, and everybody's dancing, they're popping champagne, and they're calling all their favorite Xbox guys out that they like to troll a lot. And you get into all these online debates, and then you have some Xbox fans really like truly disappointed, like emotionally disappointed, and then you have some PlayStation fans that like just feel like they just won a championship, like that their whole like they have like some true excitement like in this, that oh yeah. So what we have here on the screen is a tweet by Jabari for the numbers, and he's asking me if the Xbox One will ever catch up to the Switch, which makes no fucking sense because the Switch came out 4 months ago. It kind of has to catch up to the Xbox One. Just to clear that out. But let's talk about this. Obviously, last 6 months, PlayStation, just like the last 4 years, has been kicking the Xbox One's ass in sales. And then you got the Switch there, who just came in and started whooping ass too, right? So but let's talk about this. The thing that has me extremely shocked is that people are shocked that the Xbox One is behind the Switch. Why? The Switch came out in March, launched with a mega hit with Legend of Zelda. Brand new console with brand new games. Launches, and you don't expect it to be selling in its first 6 months of release? Why shouldn't it outsell an Xbox One that originally came out in 2013 and 2017? Why would a 2017 console not be able to outsell a 2013 console? Well, people are like, well, you got the PlayStation. Now, granted, Nintendo Switch is doing their controlled demand thing. So they managed to get enough to sell out, right? And the enough to sell out is managed enough to outsell the PlayStation, not the PlayStation, but to outsell the Xbox. Now, if there was the Switch, enough Switches on shelf, just like you could find an Xbox or a PlayStation 4 on shelf, the Switch would have been winning these NPDs 6 months in a the last 4 months in a row, easily. But that shouldn't be surprising. It's like people are like, the Switch is outside the Xbox. The Switch just came out, and every month since the Switch came out, you had a brand new game that rated 90 or better. You had first month on shelf you had Zelda. Second month on shelf you had the Mario Deluxe. Third month on shelf you had ARMS, and I don't even know what came out in May. But then now in July, which they're gonna have Splatoon 2. It's, come on, man. That's recipe for success. So nobody should be surprised. That's not a knock on Xbox or a knock on anyone else that a new console is selling out. It's brand spanking new. Like, no one should be shocked or embarrassed by that. You know, only person that should be embarrassed is actually Nintendo for not renewing that stock quickly to keep winning these NPDs. But let's talk about PlayStation doing before the Switch comes out. You have January, PlayStation outsells the Xbox. Okay, cool. They've been outselling the Xbox, right? Xbox has been showing its dominance during the holiday, with the exception of last year when the Xbox One S came out. It had that like 4 month run or something like that, right? And February, now this makes sense. the PlayStation had, I don't know how many games dropped on the PlayStation 4 in February, but they had one of the biggest games drop that month, which was Horizon Zero Dawn, which did gangbusters for a new IP, sold extremely well. You would expect hand in hand that the console sales would pick up as well for the platform, and it only makes sense. It's only right. March, I couldn't tell you what the hell came out or what was going on, but oh well, pretty much because Horizon Zero Dawn did come out at the end of February, so you can pretty much count most of March numbers for the reaction of Horizon Zero Dawn. But even in March, that's when the Nintendo Switch came out and it nearly sold 1 million. It's a new console. Duh, that's going to happen. April, May, June, sure. These are believable, and it's believable that the Switch should be in first place, but due to supply, they're in second place. If the Xbox was always in second before the Switch, why would it magically be number 1 or number 2 now that a new console is coming out? The trend is the same, except you have a new console in there that just added. This would have been the same with or without the Switch. Sure, the numbers probably would have been adjusted, but I still say PlayStation probably would have still won these numbers. So the fact that people are poking fun or like losing their mind that the Xbox isn't outselling the Switch, why? It's a new console. It's not a flop. I can see if the Switch out the gate was a flop. It's not a flop right now. It's a successful handheld. I don't like it per se. I have it. I can't wait to get rid of it. But it's commercially successful right now. And then we're going to talk about like these, but everybody's really reactions to it is insane. Let's talk about why Xbox isn't selling the same amount or more of the PlayStation 4. Why isn't it outselling a brand new Switch console? It's because Microsoft and the Xbox team have not released anything relevant this year. Their marketing has been subpar trash. The marketing has been horrible for Xbox One S. The only relevant title game they released this year was Halo Wars 2, which doesn't appeal to everyone because it's an RTS. It's not a first-person shooter. It's not. I mean, and there's great appreciation for the RTS genre, but I'm not an RTS player, so I can't even hype the game up. You know what I mean? But it's not a game for everyone. On the other hand, you had a Switch, which appealed to the kids and older casuals and whatnot, and it was brand new. Games are doing great. They're selling great. You got the PlayStation 4, who's been dropping a lot of games available just for the PlayStation console that kind of made it more of an attraction, especially Horizon Zero Dawn leading that charge. You got a baseball game, a popular baseball game that has the MLB license on the PlayStation that isn't available anywhere else. So you can take those into consideration, but most of this of Microsoft of the Xbox One not selling up to par is on the fault of Microsoft itself. They haven't released a relevant title. There wasn't no big mega busters or anything like that. Sure, there's been AAA games that came to it, but those are all multi-platform that didn't scream, I need an Xbox One S. There hasn't even been like a crazy bundle. There's been sales here and there, but hasn't been like any special bundles for the Xbox One S. The marketing hasn't been up to par. Aaron Greenberg really needs to do a better job. And I don't know if they're going to just hold back for the Xbox One X and then use all their marketing geniuses there. But the thing about PlayStation, every time I watch on TV or YouTube or commercial, I'm seeing a commercial for either a PlayStation game, the PlayStation console, or the PlayStation Store. I don't see that with the Xbox. Obviously, Nintendo, the Switch, it sells itself. But you still get advertising on there. They drop a game every month, a big game. And the Xbox One S, I mean, sure, it's a great console. I play all my games on it, but it hasn't been a big exclusive. There hasn't been anything big, not even exclusive as I'm talking about, like a Microsoft exclusive to come out for both PC and Xbox. And just those platforms to come out and shake things up. There hasn't been anything that was like, boom, I need to buy an Xbox. And Microsoft has not done its job for awareness of why people should still continue to buy an Xbox One S, because all the internet talk regarding Xbox has been about the Xbox One X, which isn't due until November 7th, and you can't even pre-order it now. So Why is anyone surprised? I'm not surprised. I ain't in my feelings, but a lot of people are. And a lot of people proved to me over the last 48 hours that they have no lives. They have nothing else to look forward to but to argue with Xbox gamers and fanboys. But I'm Kid Smooth. I'm out this bitch. Xbox is still the best box, and I am the best spot. Good night, or like me, good morning if you're on this side of the globe. Check out Planet Xbox this Tuesday, and check out episode 101 of Weapon Wheel Podcast tomorrow. We out of here.